אחרת אתה צריך ללכת, אני לא יכול להתמודד עם זה.
And action.
אני לא יכול לראות לך פה, צריך ללכת. לך לצד שני, לך שם.
You want me to go?
צ'או.
Just be quiet. You can say just.
It make me nervous.
All right, we're gonna start.
Sorry, I'm not doing this.
Where are you from?
I'm from Israel. I live in Panama for 3.5 years already.
In 3 words, describe Israel.
I hate it. Actually.
You hate it, actually?
Yeah.
What are 2 other words you could describe it as? A place you hate?
Well, in 3 words, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty nervous place. Pretty nervous, yeah. Pretty heavy. People are nervous all the time. Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be Israeli?
Well, this is where I come from, you know, I can't hide it. This is my family are from there. This is part of my life, a lot of my personality. But many things that I don't like, so this is why I live in another place. But it still means a lot, you know. This is where I grew up. There's a lot of things that I am because the place that I came from. What does it mean? Honestly, deep inside, not much. I believe that every person become who he is, and everybody is pretty much the same. You know, it really doesn't matter.
Besides Panama, have you traveled to other foreign countries before?
Yeah, I had many surf traveling, Portugal, Mexico, El Salvador, Spain, Guatemala, all this area actually. Most of the time Mexico.
And it was mostly the surf?
Mostly the surf. Mostly surf and pretty much hidden villages, like places that are like more ancient, you know. Not many people, like pretty hidden, not many, like pretty much local tiny villages.
Non-tourist?
Non-tourist, like pretty silent places. Yeah, is what I like.
How do you think you live different here than the way that people are living in completely industrialized countries?
Well, I guess it's totally different. Well, I wake up in the morning, I'm pretty chill, I take my time. I will go, first thing that I will do is go check the ocean and just after think about working or stuff like that. Not many material things in our life over here. You know, it's not really important. Nobody check you about what you wear or what you're doing or how you look. It's everybody pretty much similar. We're all people over here using their short boards and that's all. And I guess this is the biggest difference is that nobody judging much, I think, each other.
There's not as much judging?
Not much judging. Not people are not nervous for money and work on material things, you know.
Status doesn't exist?
Yeah, status, not much, not really.
What's your impression of success?
I think it's super individual. It's super individual. It's a question that my mom used to ask me actually.
It's individual.
Yeah,
like everyone has their own.
Yeah, of course. Somebody is going to be like make a lot of businesses. Somebody finished tons of degrees, university, colleges, stuff. Other person going to live his life like me, you know, over here. Not much, just simple. This is going to be for me. This is success to live here and have a good life. So it's super individual.
Do you think trees are important, and if so, why?
If trees are important, of course they are important. What do you mean? We have no air, the rain gonna stop, everything gonna change. What do you mean? Of course they are important, super important.
What comes to mind when I say the word water?
Water. Silence, relax, freedom.
Water?
Water, yeah.
Do you cook much?
Yeah, sometimes. Mostly, well, not anymore. I used to cook a lot, but now when there are people cooking in the restaurant, so I don't really have to. Just if I want to make like special thing for myself or something like that, or special dish for the restaurant, but I don't really have to cook much.
That's your business, you own?
Yeah, I own a restaurant, so I don't really have to cook much. I used to cook before, but less now.
What's the name of your restaurant and where is it located?
Coleos Cafe in Playa Venao, Panama.
Have you ever grown any food?
Well, some papaya, some fruits, some stuff like that. Not much. Not much. I should though, because this is the future.
What's your definition of survival?
My definition of survival. Oh my God, this is a hard question.
Just keep it simple. There's no right answer. You know, just straight from the heart.
I don't know. I'm stuck.
The last person just said waking up in the morning.
Well, it's something like that, I guess. All you need to wake up in the morning, have some food.
Do you think spending time in nature holds any value?
For me, it's super important. If I will not spend time on nature, I will probably get super stressed, super nervous, super depressed. I think it's necessary for any kind of animal, and humans for sure we need it because we are like animal like all the rest. We need to spend time in the nature.
It relaxes you.
It relaxes everybody, even the people that don't think like that. I think they need to have some time in the nature.
Do you believe that you're living sustainably?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Can I what? Sorry?
Can you like elaborate? Maybe actually compare your life back in Israel compared to the life here. Does it seem like you use less, say here, than back in Israel?
Well, if I compare my life to Israel, I think I just spoke about it yesterday or the day before that I never found myself over there. So it's totally different. You know, I can't really compare it. It's another life. It's another life. It's just the question that you asked, how about live life in how we said? The question about
the question I just asked.
Yeah, no, you asked before. You asked the question like about what's the different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like living in Israel versus here.
Yeah, so it's totally different. I never found myself over there. I was nervous and stressed all the time. And over here, it's just another thing.
Do people tend to like have more clothes and drive a car more, and create more traffic?
Honestly, it depends, because you can get in Israel also the city life or the life on the beach, or there are some places like the kibbutz or places like that are less material. But where I come from in Israel, that I grow in a city, yeah, for sure, it's different.
What do you feel a city offers you?
For me, nothing. Honestly, nothing. I just traveled to New York and it was the worst time in my life.
And why do you feel that way?
It's so crowded, so heavy, everybody tries to sell you something, it's all about money, it's all about... and nothing that has value for me.
When you hear the word money, what thoughts come to mind?
Stupidity, maybe.
Ability?
Stupidity, spend of time, if it's all what's important for you. If it's not, I need money, I work for money, I have business for making money, but it depends if you work for the money or work for having a good life.
What's missing, if anything, from the modern world?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What's missing, if anything, from the modern world?
What's missing, or if anything?
From like the modern Western world. Like what's missing, if anything?
No, nothing. Nothing missing for me.
Do you believe less is more?
Not have to be. Not have to be. In some cases, yes, but not have to be. Simple life, for sure, it's easier. For sure, it's easier. As much as you have more, it's make your life more complicated, I think. But if you know how to arrange your life like that you can own things, but not how I say, but not איך אומרים לזה? להיקשר. but not
להיקשר?
איך?
F-A-I-L.
לא להיקשר, להיקשר. like connect, like to connect with the material things, understand? If you can own things, but not really connect to them, not really have any feelings with the material things, so you don't have a problem to lose them also, and it will not change nothing in your life.
Do you think consciousness takes a role in happiness, or is ignorance truly bliss?
Can you repeat slowly?
Do you think consciousness takes a role in happiness, or do you think ignorance is truly bliss?
No, ignorance is the worst thing that you can have. For sure, consciousness is an important thing. You have to be conscious to what's going on around you, the people surround you, the nature surround you, yourself. I think no, ignorance is the worst thing that can happen, and this is what happened to most of the people.
To most of the people?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you ever meditate?
Yes, sometimes. I used to do it more. Now, a little bit less. Maybe because I feel I don't need it like before. You know. Maybe I feel like I'm in meditation most of the time over here. I'm pretty relaxed. I have my time. I meditate. It's in the water. Sometimes when I'm surfing, I feel like it's my meditation. When I used to live in the city, I used to run away for places to meditate because I had to do it for focus myself, for arrange my mind.
Do you feel spending time in nature helps you meditate?
What I'm trying to say that when I used to live in the city, I was running away to the nature more to meditate. That it was the main purpose of going there. Now when I'm going to nature and I live in nature and all the time in the nature, I actually meditate less, but I think it's all surrounding meditation. When I'm surfing in the ocean, I meditate. When I walk to the waterfalls, it's some kind of meditation. So,
I understand.
Yeah.
When I say the word time, what comes to mind?
Doesn't really exist, maybe. Doesn't really exist.
It's man-made.
Yeah, for sure.
What would make the world a better place?
Less people, for sure.
Then can you elaborate? Explain just a little bit.
I think we just spoke about the ignorance, and most of the people are ignorant, and this is what fuck up everything actually. So I think it's easier to. It's impossible to teach everybody and to explain them how to act in this world to make it a better place. So I guess just less is what's gonna help.
Thank you so much, Omer.
Sure, no problem.